Here we want to add and subtract real numbers. And so what we're looking at here is real numbers being integers. Integers are negative or positive whole numbers. Here we've got 5 plus 2. You've been doing this for a while. You know this equals to 7. 5 minus 2, we would subtract, and we would get 3. But when I throw another negative in here, I'm not sure what to do. And so I'm going to draw a number line for this so we can see what happens. And everything's negative, so I'll just start with 0, -1, -2. And let's start with the -5. And put a dot there. This -2 means I'm going to move to the left 2. And I end up on the -7. What if I have -5 plus 2? Let's look at what happens there. Let me get a different color. If I start at the -5 again, and I go plus 2, that means I'm going to go to the right. 1, 2. I end up on the -3. So when I'm looking at these, from 5 to 2, 5 and 2 I get a 7. I'm adding. Well, here I get a 7 also. So really what I'm doing is I'm adding here. These are both positive. These are both negative. And so we're going to say the signs are the same. The signs are the same. So when the signs are the same, we're going to add and keep the sign. That's what we did right here and right here. 5 plus 2, everything's positive, so it's still positive. These are both negative, they're the same. Add 5 plus 2, we get 7, and we keep that negative sign. But this other, and we're looking at this and this, 5 and 2, to get a 3, we're subtracting. Well, we have 5 and 2, we end up with a 3, so we're subtracting. But our 3 stays negative, not positive like it did here. So what we're going to say here is when the signs are different, the black, there we go. When the signs are different, we're going to subtract and take the larger sign. And I'm putting larger in quotes here because -5 is not larger than 2, a positive 2. But if I just look at the 5 by itself without its negative and the 2 without its positive, 5 is larger than 2. And because of that, that's why we pick the negative and we make this negative. So practice with the rules. I know you're going to be using a calculator for a lot of this, but you really are not going to learn the rules if you're using the calculator. So try doing the calculator. All right, let's look at how this works. I just want one sign in front of each number. So I'm going to say every number only needs one sign. Okay. So a negative, two negatives in front, same thing as negative times negative, we're going to get positive. A negative times a positive is going to give me a negative. So when I look here, those two negatives become positive. That positive and negative become negative. So I'm going to rewrite it. It'll look a little bit cleaner with just one sign. Then let's go right to left. These signs are different. So it's different, subtract, take. So this is going to be 13 minus 1 and take the negative. Everything else just gets rewritten. Then we're going to look at the next one here. Negative, negative, those are the same. So it's same, add, keep. 12 plus 23 will give us 35, and we'll keep the negative. Again, they're the same. So we add them, and we keep our negative sign. Let's look at one with absolute value. Now, the absolute value, you have to do what's in here first. This is not going to be the same thing as what we had up here with this negative and negative. You have to take care of what's in the absolute value first. So it becomes 8, and then we bring this negative down. Now we can take care of those two things at once. A plus and a minus will be a minus. Now when you look at it, these are the same. And so it's same, add, keep. So we'll have 20, a minus 20. Okay. Let's pause this for a minute so I need to check on something. Alright, this is going to be a short video. You're going to have quite a bit of homework because you need to practice using these rules, the different subtract, take, and same, add, keep. But let's look at something we talked about in an earlier section about the subtract from and how this is going to affect negative numbers. So subtract negative 18 from, let's say, negative 5. Remember, it is subtraction, but this is going to come to the back. So negative 18 comes here. The minus 5 will come to the front. I'll take these two, make them positive. So now I've got minus 5 plus 18. Negative, positive, that's different. Subtract, take. 18 minus 5 is 13. The 18 is larger and it's positive. So my answer is going to be a positive 13. Let's see, let's do subtract 14 from negative 5. There's my subtract. The 14 will come down here. The minus 5 will come here. Now, minus and minus, they are the same. So we add and keep. 14 plus 5 and keep the negative. So go ahead, you've got two different sections of homework actually for this, 1.5 and 1.6. I kind of split them up to give you a break, and then you've got one that says more, and it's going to be more word problems, picture type problems, graphs, but it's all dealing with adding negative and positive numbers. So good luck.